Most people talking about AI right now have absolutely no idea what industry they're actually looking at. They think this is software, a digital ghost in the machine. It's not. Software scales at the speed of light. Software is cheap. Software is infinite. AI is rapidly becoming the exact opposite. This week at the Milken Institute, the people who actually own the pipes of the future stopped selling the dream and started talking about the plumbing. I'm talking about the giants controlling the EUV machines, the hyperscale clouds, and the physical robotics layers. And when you listen to them closely, you realize something uncomfortable. The AI industry isn't bottlenecked by intelligence. It's bottlenecked by reality, power, physics, geography. The wheels aren't off yet, but you can hear the suspension cracking. Most AI discourse is shallow. We argue about prompt engineering and whether a chatbot has a personality. That's like debating the paint color of a house while the foundation is sinking into a swamp. The real AI economy is happening at the infrastructure layer. While you're playing with GPT-5 rumors, Christophe Fouquet at ASML is calculating how many years it takes to build a single machine that costs $350 million. While you're looking at memes, Sissy Xiao at Google Cloud is figuring out how to keep the lights on in a data center that consumes as much power as a small city. This isn't a tech cycle. It's a new industrial order, and most people are still treating it like an app launch. Here is the dirty secret. AI has finally hit the wall of physics. For 30 years, Silicon Valley lived by one rule: move fast and break things. But you can't move fast when you need 10 gigawatts of power and a specialized water cooling system that takes 5 years to permit. AI is starting to behave less like a startup and more like the oil industry or aerospace. It's heavy, it's slow, it's resource intensive. The winners won't be the ones with the cleverest code. The winners will be the ones who own the transformers. The electrical ones, not the software ones. Let's talk about the most important company you probably don't own stock in, ASML. They are the only company on Earth that can make the machines that make the chips. If ASML stops, the intelligence age stops. On the Milken panel, the reality was clear. We are supply constrained for the foreseeable future. You can have $1 trillion in VC funding. It doesn't matter. You cannot code a semiconductor fab into existence faster than the laws of manufacturing allow. We are building the future on a single, fragile point of failure. The real enemy isn't Skynet, it's the power grid. We are seeing a desperate pivot toward energy sovereignty. Microsoft is restarting 3 Mile Island. Google is looking at small modular reactors. Why? Because the intelligence per watt ratio is the only metric that matters now. If your model is 10% smarter but 100% more expensive to power, you aren't scaling, you're hemorrhaging. This is the heresy of 2026. The transformer might be a dead end. At Logical Intelligence, they're already asking the question, is brute force scaling sustainable? We've spent 3 years throwing more GPUs at the problem, but we're hitting diminishing returns. If we don't find a more efficient architecture, something that doesn't require a small star to run, the AI summer ends in a very cold winter. Chatbots are easy because hallucinations are just funny mistakes. But in physical AI, the world applied intuition lives in, a hallucination is a multi-million-dollar disaster. The physical world doesn't have an undo button. This is where the hype meets the pavement. If your agent can't understand causality and physics, it's not an assistant. It's a liability. The transition from digital AI to embodied AI is going to be much, much slower than the experts on Twitter want to admit. Finally, look at the map. AI is no longer a global technology, it's a sovereign weapon. Nations are realizing that if you don't own your compute, you don't own your future. Expect more export controls. Expect more fragmented national AI models. The borderless internet is dead. The compute border is the new Iron Curtain. The AI revolution is real. But it's not going to be delivered via a download link. It's going to be fought over in the copper mines of Chile, the fab plants of Taiwan, and the nuclear reactors of the future. The bottlenecks are here, and bottlenecks decide who wins history. Subscribe for the truth, and tell me in the comments, what breaks first? The grid, the chip supply, or the illusion that scaling is infinite? See you in the next one.